As we come into the outdoor Stroup kitchen, on the right you'll see a large pewter cupboard with lots of pewter bowls, plates, and a dough bowl. The table beside it is a pin-top table. This table allows the top to be moved either forward or backward and fixed by pegs. The table has routine kitchenware including knives, utensils, fruits, bowls, etc. Both shutters that can open or close and can be secured by wooden little sliding locks. A beautiful mantel board, one of the largest I've ever found, surrounds the fireplace itself. Inside the fireplace is a bake oven. You'll see a trammel and a crane, both used to hold pots at different levels to the coals as you're cooking. The baking oven in the back of the fireplace is very simple. Once you get the coals good and hot, you can rake some of the coals into this little oven. Close the door and it works just like a modern day oven. A small table by the window, by the fireplace as you walk to the back, is very unusual. It's very early and has a Puritan style and probably dates in the 1700s. You'll see a coffee grinder, several baskets hanging on the back wall on a wooden adjustable hanger. A real unusual nutcracker, probably 1800s, very primitive, is located on the back of the table. A dry sink with dishes in it ready to be washed are seen on the left side. Hanging from the beams are lots of dried herbs ready for the ladies to cook with. Over the wall is a hand-forged candle holder that's driven into the log and a reflector lantern. A large turkey feather fan was used to fan and start fires. Unique to this kitchen is a solid rock floor. Remember, one of the reasons they separate the kitchen from the house is that it's most likely to catch fire than any other part of the house, so it's usually unattached. But you'll also see the floor made entirely for rock, which again doesn't catch fire. And now you'll be able to see a short demonstration of open hearth cooking.
We're cooking our pie in the Dutch oven. The Dutch oven is, not quite done yet, Miss Tilda. Not quite done yet. I think we're going to have to put some more coals on the top. A Dutch oven works very ingeniously. Iron, legs on the bottom, and hot coals. If you stare at the fire, you see all the red hot coals in the back. That's what I'm looking for. I'm going in to get as many hot coals as I can on the bottom so I have heat. I'm going to place my Dutch oven on top of the hot coals. And to that, I'm going to add more hot coals on the top. Now you can see we have an oven. Heat on the top, heat on the bottom. This will cook, it needs a little bit longer. I would say maybe another 10 minutes and it'll be nice and golden on the top. Inside is an egg and bacon pie, which we're going to cook, and once it's done, it's going to be taken out of the oven, and then it's going to be set out here also to be cold and served on a very hot day. While I'm over here, we'll talk a little bit about this soup that's cooking here. This interesting thing that kind of pokes out here is called a crane. Crane is very helpful because it can move the food back into the heat, or it can bring it forth like I'm doing now. We've got a little bit of soup cooking in here, and it's cooking very, very nicely. I've kept it to the front of the fire so it doesn't cook too fast, but you can see it's steaming, so it's coming along. Cranes are very useful. You can hang more than one hanging pot on the crane at a time. And the way we do that, everything here is very hot, is a form of S-hooks. I could have a pot there. I could hang another pot there. You can see we could put the kettle on. We could put multiple pots. And as you're putting the S-hooks, if I decide on the crane I want it away from the heat a little bit more, I can drop the pot lower by adding another S-hook. And that way I can cook and not make it too hot. So that's another interesting way of cooking. I'm going to set this down here and we'll check that soup again in just a little bit. Miss Carolyn, would you please get our spider skillet prepared? Spider skillets were used all of the time for many different things. The long legs on that allow you to make what we call a burner under it, so there's a little fire under it. So anything that you're cooking, be it meats or sauteing vegetables, you can saute cabbage and onions. And what's going to happen is now she's made the burner, it's under the skillet, and she's going to add some lard. And we're going to cook these sausage force meatballs in lard. Miss Carolyn, do you want to try to put some of these in? See how
The lard seems to be melting.
It's melting quickly.
Oh, these are so soft. They're going to go flat. They're not going to be balls.
We'll have patties.
Maybe they'll work.
That cardamom that we should have saved some from our last baking, but I know how expensive it is, so we'll have to wait till the peddler comes through again and then purchase some more of our spices before the winter sets in. We'll be preparing our mince pies in the fall, so we'll just really have to take a good inventory.
Yes, we will.
Let's not forget to check on our egg and bacon pie too in a few minutes to see how that goes. Very nice.
I think it's done.
Oh, perfect. Beautiful. Should we get it out?
I need a cloth. I have one here.
Oh, I hear those sausage balls sizzling. Here, mistress.
Thank you.
Knives are multi-purpose. The knife can go inside the Dutch oven in order to lift it out, because remember the pottery that's in there is extremely hot also. So we learned many methods of removing pies from foods from Dutch ovens. Beautiful. Very nice. Very nice.
It's a lovely pie.
Here, I hear we're sizzling.
We are sizzling. I'll roll them over. And I think the coals are hot enough now. We may add more later.
The more coals we add, the hotter it gets. If it's too hot and they're burning too fast, then you can move the coals around so that it slows the fire down, just like the adjustment on the stove.